All right, we have some beautiful ducks that we harvested here in the last couple days. We're going to clean these up, get them ready to take home. Because I'm not at home cleaning them, I'm also going to show you how to keep a wing on to keep them legal for transport anywhere in North America. So these birds are actually in pretty good shape. And when you want to breast them, you actually have to reach through these feathers and the down underneath and get a hold of the skin. And actually, the important thing is to grab skin and not feathers. If you grab feathers, they're going to come out. Use your thumbs to just push in underneath the skin here, and you can roll it back and expose that breast like that. Grab the skin and pull just to give yourself lots of room to work. And you can actually pull it right down over the legs if you're keeping the legs and thighs. What you're left with is a nice working palette here. That breast is nice and clean. I have my Weeby knife here, which is very sharp. It's actually a surgical blade, and you can actually fillet this. You come right down the breastbone till you hit the breastplate underneath, and then just fillet it off to the side. Comes off very easily. You can see there's no waste there. And when you get to the top here, there's a bone that comes across the top, which a lot of people refer to as the wishbone when they're eating a turkey or chicken. And here's where you want to stop. If you look right here, you see a joint. You can wiggle it if you have trouble finding it. But that joint is where the wing joins the shoulder or the body. And if you cut through that joint, you can actually just remove that breast like that. And when you open it, you can see that the breast meat, the breast, is attached to the wing. So that makes it legal for transport. And what we want to do, I always find this easier if I turn the bird around. Follow down that breastplate one more time, down along that wishbone at the top, and you're just going to fillet these off. You can look at that bone, how tight we can get to the bone underneath. So you can take it off nice and clean, follow it right down, and there's the joint on the other side, the shoulder joint, and there it is. There's the other breast. So that's an easy way to do ducks to take them home. I can now clean this up a little bit, lay them together. I can package that together, and that's one mallard. We also, if you want to keep the legs and thighs, which there are some great recipes to cook these up, you just grab that skin again. Don't grab feathers. Get underneath and just pull. And what happens is you expose that full thigh like that. Pull it back. And when you come on the inside, you can actually, here's where it comes up against the ribs and the body. You can just make a small slice, and that hip bone will roll out of the joint. And you can just fillet that right off of the side, just like that. And that's the easiest way to remove them. And then you can just pull off some skin and feathers. You got to be careful because the thigh meat is so tender that if you don't be careful, you'll actually pull it apart into segments. Same with this here. You clean them up, pull the feathers off. And what I like to do is on the joint, I score it with my knife, and then they just pop backwards and expose the ligaments, and you can cut them right off. At this point, if you're having trouble getting all of this feather off at the end of the leg, you can just cut them off like that. Come underneath it, cut it off. Now you can pull this around on the other side like that, and just trim it up. Nice clean job. When you wash this up now, there will be no feathers, no muss, no fuss. Look at that, a nice big duck leg and thigh. You can cook these up to taste like chicken wings, all kinds of different meals with them. So there's one of the legs with the two breasts. Again, if we wanted to take the other side, work your thumbs underneath that skin, pull it apart. Don't be afraid to get right in there and give it a good pull. Try to pull it right out to the back end of the thigh, right around to the back. And when you come on the inside, you can see right here where the ribs are, you just come down the edge and pop, that leg bone pops out of the hip joint, making it real easy to remove with your knife. So this is like a refresher from what I just showed you. To take the leg off, we just want to score right on the joint. You pop it backwards, and those ligaments just cut right off. If this is hard to get rid of, I just slide my knife in underneath it, cut it, and you can actually remove it a lot easier like that. Just make a little trim. That's all ligament there. And look how easy that is to clean up. All the feathers are off. Full thigh, full leg. There's a mallard. Ready for transport, one wing on, can go in the bag, easy to clean up when you get home. That's a real easy way to do mallards or any type of duck or waterfowl when you're in the field wanting to take them home.